Welcome to Lingua Latina Tutorials with Mr. K. This is chapter 24, exercise number 4. Last time we forgot in lesson 1 to finish exercise 4, so we'll do that now. The example we have here is Julius orders the slave to wait for him. Okay, and then he gives the command, "Operire me serve," wait for me, slave. And then Julius orders his slave to follow him. Sequere me serve, follow me, slave. So what we see here is the deponent verb, okay, that has a passive infinitive over here in the margin. Like first is ari, second eri, third is e, and fourth is iri. Those in the imperative look like the present active infinitive for that same conjugation. So laitari becomes laitara, for example, and vereri, to be afraid, is verera, be afraid. So in the exercise we'll practice these. We have Sira iubet quintum laetari, she orders Quintus to rejoice. So the infinitive form of laetari, imperative form of laetari, is going to be laetare, rejoice Quintus. Go ahead and give the rest of those a try. Let's go on to exercise 5. Here we have practice with what is called the pluperfect tense. The pluperfect tense is more than perfect. You translate it with the helping verb had, hadarat. So he had done something. For example, laudat would be laudaverat. It's added, the erat and erat is added to the perfect stem. So take off isse from the perfect infinitive and you get the perfect stem, to which you'll add erat and erant. The perfect passive is the supine. So for example, for laudara would be laudatus plus eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratus, erant, the imperfect form of sum. So laudatus erat would be he had been praised, and laudati erant is they had been praised. So let's practice this here. Marcus, returning from school, was wet, humidus, because he had walked through the rain, and he was dirty because he had laid down on the ground. So we need the pluperfect of ambulo, ambulare. The perfect infinitive is ambulavisse. So take off the isse, you get ambulawa with a v, and we add erat to that. So ambulaverat will give us had walked. And then for yakeo, I lie down, yakera, to lie down, yakui, I-A-C-U-I, yakuisse, take off the isse, you get yaku. So we're going to add erat to that one, yaku erat, to get he had laid down. Okay, so now go ahead and try the rest of those exercises, and let's try number 6. Exercitium sextum is practice with the perfect passive. So if you have the supine plus sum es est, sumus est sunt, it is the perfect passive. And plus esse, then you get the perfect passive in indirect speech. When it's with a deponent verb, however, instead of perfect passive, you get perfect active. So comitari, to accompany, when you have heri medus marcum ad ludum blank est, you get yesterday medus had accompanied Marcus to school. Or not had accompanied Marcus to school. Yesterday, Medus accompanied Marcus to school. The perfect active of the deponent is just the what looks like the perfect passive active. Perfect passive. Sorry, the perfect passive form turns into the active perfect for the deponent. Okay, so let's try exercise 7. Here we have practice with all of the pluperfects. So Marcus was not beaten by his father because he had already been beaten. So the pluperfect of had already been beaten, verberatus erat. He had already been beaten by the teacher, but so instead of was not beaten by his father, but it was shut in his room. And exercise 8, comparative ablative. You can do this one on your own, and I will see you back in the Grammatica. Email me if you have any questions on this.